Good morning, Shawnee Mission. I'm Gabe Corbin.
And this is Mike and Turcotte.
Today we'll be covering all the new and exciting things going on in the district.
Let's start off at Sunflower Elementary.
Students at Sunflower are beginning a new math curriculum. You know, math was never my strong suit.
Yeah, me neither. Let's see what these kids are up to.
This year at Sunflower Elementary, teachers are implementing a new math learning program.
We recently adopted iReady Math in 6th grade. Middle school had already adopted that, and since our 6th grade is technically middle school, they went ahead and implemented that math program. And so far, Carrie Locks, our 6th grade teacher, has started off with a bang, and the kids seem to be responding to that new curriculum.
And you brought it over here to create.
The students are engaging and being at the whiteboards every day, and I think that they have a lot more fun of that because they're not sitting at their desk every day, and they're able to get up and move around the classroom. It's more of the students doing the learning, and I'm more of a facilitator and just providing more opportunities for the students to tell me about the math.
With photographers Leo Paulette, Aaron Wayne, and Eli Height, this has been Landon Wickler with Encounter Shawnee Mission.
Wow, that new math sounds exciting and resourceful.
It sure does. I wish I could have taken that math class.
I've heard there's a new face at Shawnee Mission West this year.
Miss Gill's coming back?
With the new year beginning, Shawnee Mission West welcomes new faculty members at the school and takes a sneak peek into a fall sports this year.
Academic programs and changes to expect this year. You know, in year one, my job is to make sure that I know our students, our families, our teachers, and staff. And so what I want to make sure that you guys, not just all of us in this room, but like system-wide, is that I want to make sure that what we do makes sense for West. And there's a lot of rich tradition here. There's a lot of unbelievable things that have happened here. But there's some things also that we can move forward with. And so one of the messages that some of you guys have already heard from me is we want to be the best. And so we have to adopt some different practices to do that sometimes. And so focusing in, the biggest thing that I would say to expect this year is a real focus on engagement within the classroom setting. We want to ensure that, you know, we're not just wandering halls, we're not on our phone all the time when we're supposed to be learning, because that is distracting us from being the best that we possibly can be. We have a few new coaches, head coach wise. Our volleyball coach is in her first year. We have a first year football coach here. Both of them are not new to coaching and the sport, however. We've got two veteran leaders in that regard, and yet at the same time, here at Shawnee Mission West will be their first time.
We are implementing a lot of new things. For starters, positive culture. That's a big idea for us. Going 0-9 2 years in a row is kind of hard for athletes to buy into a program like that, so we have to change the way that we think about football. And one of our new coaches, Mark Von Felt, is the weights coach. And we have a brand new gym downstairs, a new weight room downstairs, and we do plan on getting a lot stronger as a team, physically and mentally this year.
With photographers Gona Kamaya, this is Hallie Ross with Encounter Shawnee Mission.
Looks like these students are in good hands.
Sure does, Micah. Man, I'm pretty tired. I need a place to decompress.
Well, lucky for you, Lenexa Hills has something just for that.
Here at Lenexa Hills Elementary, faculty staff has introduced a new sensory room for students.
At Lenexa Hills and within Shawnee Mission School District, I am a school social worker. Well, when students first come in, they have an opportunity to pick a little badge with a Velcro dot on it, and it's typically a picture of an animal or something that they've identified with. And then that's kind of their little pass or ID as they go through the sensory room. So most students come in and use our calming sensory path, and it has just different color and motion tiles. There's some opportunities to focus and walk on short little balance beams, to do some wall pushes to expel some energy, to utilize some of the breathing techniques that I teach. And so they can go through that. There's some positive affirmations along the way, and we certainly can adapt it for kids. And then we have different stations. So we have a sensory bin station that typically has kinetic sand or dried beans or rice, so things that they can kind of use with their hands to help them feel settled. We also have Play-Doh and putty and things like that they can access. And then we have kind of a calming area where there are some visuals that walk the kids through breathing techniques. And then in that area, we also have just some books they can look at. We also, as we were building the sensory room or creating it, really focused on the lighting and having just the ambient lighting and various calming lighted features within the room. We ongoing have a calm, relaxing video, often an ocean scene with gentle music. And so that is a piece of what is available. Students may also choose to use kind of our little cozy corners if they just really want some time to snuggle into a beanbag. We have some of those things available.
With photographers Ryan Drake and Jacoby Perkins, this has been Gabe Corbin with Encounters Shawnee Mission.
I feel calm just from watching that.
It's too bad we have to go back to class.
It's an exciting time to be a Buffalo. Comanche Elementary is up to some fun things this month.
I can't wait to see what's going on.
Here at Comanche Elementary, the students are having their first annual Buffalo Assembly.
So our Buffalo Assembly, we have it at the end of every month. Usually it's the last Friday of every month. And what we do is it's kind of a celebration of the month, but it's also just a good review of all the expectations that we have throughout the school year. And so we use a lot of BIST and we kind of review some of those goals for life. But also we celebrate our students of the month, and each month we designate a character trait from our new social emotional program, Character Strong. And so in August, it was showing kindness or building relationships. And so we also had our students of the month come forward and have them recognized. And finally, it's just kind of a fun way too for us teachers to kind of have some fun with the kids. And we did some games and things. We did like a minute to win it type activity. Character Strong is our new elementary curriculum across the district. And so what it does is it identifies specific traits each month, and then it goes into depth about those different traits. And so in September, we're actually moving into respect, which means respecting others as well as respecting our environment. And it's really nice for teachers to use because it's available kindergarten through 6th grade, and it has videos that go along with it, interactive. It's something that teachers can do in pieces or as well as longer sessions as needed. And it's got great questioning, great strategies and skills for the students to be able to use every day.
With photographers Khalil Henry and Brandon Schweiger, this has been Lucas Boyles with Encounter Shawnee Mission.
Looks like fun.
I wish I had their energy.
You remember your first job interview? Mine was terrifying, but Apache students get extra help before entering the real world.
Students get to experience the job interview process with this new opportunity.
Here at Apache Elementary, 6th graders are gearing up for their 6th grade job interviews.
So the 6th grade job program is where the 6th graders go through an application process and a resume process and an interview process to get school jobs around the school. They can apply for 8 different jobs, but they will only interview for one job. And we have people from the Center of Academic Achievement come over and interview them, and we prepare the students like how to dress, how to sit, how to answer questions. We go through the job application process, why it's important, going over personal skills that they have that could be beneficial for the job that they're applying for, and we also relate that to their future.
What I'm looking forward to is when I get interviewed, I'm looking forward to getting the job. And the job I would want the most is to be a classroom tutor, mostly because I know most of the, I'm already learning Algebra 1. Well, I finished that last year, and then I'm done with calculus. So I think I'd be good for that job. And maybe if I were to teach first grade, because my brother is there.
With photographers Micah Kanzler and Patrick Glover, this has been Gabe Corbin with Encounter Shawnee Mission.
Sounds like some great real-world experience.
Man, I really could have used something like that when I was a kid.
This OPE teacher has been teaching for as long as we've been alive.
I can't imagine doing something for that long.
Today we are at Overland Park Elementary School celebrating gym teacher Kobe Dissinger for his 18 years in the district.
I've been teaching in Shawnee Mission for 19 years. I've been in this building for 14 years. Some of the challenges that I face are that kids are coming from different backgrounds and just adapting to each kid's needs. But I have a background in special ed, and I actually enjoy the challenge of modifying it, accommodating for each grade level, for each student, just to fit their needs so they just have a blast here.
The coach has made a very positive impact on students, not just this year, but over time. Our school, I would say, he's created a legacy, not just in his content, but in the school community. So we appreciate that positive impact that he's had and consistency for so long. So it's exciting to work back, alongside him. Humbling.
My goals as a teacher is to create this lifetime memory for these kids where they associate play with enjoyment and physical activity with enjoyment, and that they see a guy who hopefully they can look up to as maybe a father figure or just someone that made an impact in their life, and hopefully that anytime they drive by this gym, they just all these fun memories flood back to their brains and it's a.
This has been Eli Height with photographers Alex Skinner, Braden McNelly, and Ingrid Sint with Encounter Shawnee Mission.
It's crazy that someone has so much passion for their students.
More than crazy. It's wonderful.
Hey Micah, what's your favorite sport?
Oh, kickball, of course.
Well, the community at Pawnee agrees with you because they're having a kickball potluck.
Here at Pawnee Elementary, students are having a kickball potluck.
Have done a kickball event in the past, but it was always on a Friday night and not here at Pawnee. So we decided to change it up this year and have an event on a Saturday, hopefully leaving it open for more families to be able to participate. So they're not so tired at the end of the work week like on a Friday night. My favorite part is that it brings the community together. So everyone from kindergartners or even future Pawnee students through sixth graders, teachers, the families of teachers even hopefully get to come and participate, which we've been fortunate that a few have been able to bring their families that may not even go here to Pawnee. And our principal has come today, as well as the families that work during the week, and they get to come and enjoy and participate. I hope that they build a sense of safety and camaraderie with one another. I want them to be able to reach out to each other and recognize each other, and I just want them to be able to have a lot of fun with their co-classmates, I guess, when they don't normally get to do these things. So I just hope that they build a stronger sense of safety within their community and knowing people.
I thought it was fun, and yeah.
With photo photographers Opal Walden and Micah Terracott, this has been Angelina Crawford at Encounter Shawnee Mission.
It's a shame we missed that.
Hey, there's always next year.
Westridge is bringing back Friday Night Lights.
Good. I'm scared of the dark.
Here at Westridge Middle School, they're reintroducing a football program.
Yeah, we are super excited to be starting up football. I think it's been 25 or 30 years since the district had middle school football. And so we worked with the board last year to bring on soccer and football this fall for all of the middle schools, just to try to get more opportunities for students to participate in scholastic sports and to be connected to school. We have this year about 35 boys that are out for football. And we just had our second game last night, and overall it's been a really positive experience for our kids. I think the biggest challenge is just getting kids involved and letting them know about the new sport we're offering. We have some kids who have played with a club team and they sign up for that in the summer, and so they may not have known about this, and so they've already signed up and committed to something else, so they aren't able to play. So I think the more we can let our 7th graders know, so that next year they know we have this opportunity for them.
With photographer Gabe Corbin, this has been Lucas Boyles with Encounter Shawnee Mission.
It must feel great to be a part of that team.
And it must be exciting being the first team in such a long time.
Students at East Antioch are exploring a new career in agriculture.
I always wish I could have been a farmer.
Today, we are going to East Antioch because they are harvesting tomatoes and sweet potatoes to make salsa.
So we planted our crop with our current 2nd graders at the end of last year in May. And we planted sweet potatoes and tomatoes, and they've grown all summer long. And so today was our day to harvest all of our vegetables. We have had a garden at East Antioch for about 8 to 10 years now. We are members through Kansas City Community Gardens, which I think there's over 200 plus in the Kansas City area school gardens that they provide a discounted rate for vegetables.
Pick potatoes and sweet potatoes. Pick some big ones, and somebody picked like an orange one that has a little green on it, and we picked a super red one. And we saw, and there was a big sweet potato, and then Tegan pulled it, and then I thought it was good, but it's kind of good. We didn't try that, but I want to try one. And we took some home, and then I made some salsa, and then my mom was proud of me.
This has been Encounter Shawnee Mission with Milton Hernandez and photographer Landon Winkler, Micah Terkock, Max Camp Schroeder, Encounter Shawnee Mission.
Looks like a lot of fun and a nice reward for their hard work.
That's cool, but I'd rather play Stardew Valley.
McAuliffe students are welcoming their new principal.
2 principals in 1 episode? Truly a dream come true.
Let's take a look at McAuliffe Elementary,
where we have a new principal taking the reins on encouraging kids to feel important and included.
As a principal is never forget what it was like to be a teacher. Being a teacher, you have to be a teacher before you can be a principal, but the more experience and the more varied experiences you can have, the more kind of different kids you can work with and different kinds of schools, I think really plays into being a good principal. Kristen McAuliffe has a great community, and it has a great just group of teachers. So I think for me, as a new principal, the biggest thing I've learned is just kind of getting to know everybody, getting to know the students. The best thing you can do as a principal to get to know everyone is just be present, just be someone that they see, talk to the kids in the hall. A big part of what we do is just making sure that every single student is looked at as an individual. So if you have students who may be struggling with a topic, like we want to be able to use data and be able to show this is what they can do and celebrate that, but also the areas where they may struggle, what can we do to get them to that next step? Similarly, you may have students who are really successful, but then how can we push them to be their best self? So it's looking at everyone as an individual and making sure that we're really taking into account the strengths of every student. That a kid to want to be in school is to go and feel like they're part of the school and feel like they're important, and that if they're not in school that they're going to be missed. Students feel supported. Not every lesson is necessarily going to be the most fun lesson, but if they know that their teacher really cares about them and really wants to help them improve, and it's important that they're here, that will help us with attendance and help kids be motivated to be here.
With photographers Caden Coker, Trey Nightshaw, this is Hallie Ross with Encounter Shawnee Mission.
We love to see all these new people excited to join the Shawnee Mission family.
And we're happy to have them as part of the team.
Thank you for tuning in to Encounter Shawnee Mission. I'm Gabe Corbin.
And I'm Micah Turcott. Have a great day.